What's up, YouTube? I want to thank everybody that's been tuning in, checking me out. And before I get started with tonight's episode, I want to just thank all the positive and loyal viewers that's been checking me out and my guests here on Exposed. Just bringing all the love here at Sexy.5526. And all the people, that may not enjoy or may not be feeling it, I still ask that you share and keep that positive thought, because all that I do here is stay positive. I'm looking for positive feedback and positive followers. So moving on to tonight's episode, music artists connected to the Illuminati, which I'm pretty sure all you conspiracy theorists want to talk about this episode. And my personal opinion is, do you? This is your life. I'm in this game and will continue to be in this game because my love of music. And when people hear my music, I don't want them to think that I believe in evil things. God has always paved the way for me, and I will continue to have my faith in the person that I believe in. I do not believe that my music should be defined as something that's evil or something that I do to draw attention. So, that's just my opinion. But like I said, any of these artists that may be talked about in tonight's episode, do not believe that I'm purposely, trying to talk about you or trying to put you out here. These are just facts that I'm coming to you with tonight. And my episode tonight, like I said, is music artists connected to Illuminati, where my guest, Timothy McCullers, who is a journalist on Conspiracy Countdown.
Hey, how you doing tonight, Sexy Dollar?
Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your time with us today.
Always.
And I have a few questions for you before I get into some of my updates for this week.
All right,
which is, being a journalist, name 2 celebrities you would want to interview, and what would you ask them related to Illuminati?
Well, I believe that the number 1 would be Miss Lauryn Hill.
Okay. I used to love her music.
Oh yeah, she's still relevant. And my second choice would have been Tupac Shakur.
Oh, my baby daddy. Yeah, that's my baby daddy.
Oh wow.
With thousands and millions of women to join me.
Oh wow. Well, I believe that the 2 questions I would ask both of them. The first one would be, how much money does one have to make, before they approach you? And the second one is, can you get out of this organization after you get in? Is it a way out?
Yeah, those are probably 2 important questions that you would want to ask an artist that's involved into this industry right now, because like I said, I'm a newcomer to this. I've been wanting to do it all my life. I've been practicing, but never got that far in the industry. And just knowing how hard it is now for someone to even get noticed, I just want to know what it would take. But it's great to see that there are people out there trying to still fight to be in this game.
That's always good.
So do you think we should be evil to sell music? And if no, why?
I don't think that, no, but I would say that not all music is evil. Some of the music that is put out here is meant to help, folks through their trials and, tribulations. So it's not all bad.
Okay, so true. And I feel that way as well. So name 2 artists of showing signs of evil through their music.
Oh, wow.
Often.
Wow, just 2?
Just 2 for now.
Well, the top 2, in my opinion, would be, everybody knows Jay-Z.
Okay,
and,
we have a lot of facts on him tonight.
Oh, yeah. And the second one would be Lady Gaga. She's known.
Oh, wow. And the info on her is a mess.
Oh, yeah.
She's doing a lot of things and being a part of a lot of things that she probably doesn't even think she's a part of.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yes. So, what should people do to sell music freely based on lyrics that you create, and will it sell without being evil?
Well, in this day and age, it's very difficult to make it if, you're not down, for the cause or whatnot, but you can't do it, The first step will have to be that you have to have an independent label, and you have to have investors, it may sell without being like an equal type of record, as long as the money is invested right and invested by the right people who are not affiliated with this type of thing.
It's so true. So I believe it doesn't matter what people are trying to force you to do. You always have your own mind. This is a free world. People may not like what you believe in, but that's not their choice. You know what I'm saying? They can deal with it or keep it moving. So let's jump into today's, this week's updates before we ask Mr. McCullen some questions about this week's episode. Now, I have updated the city that we're safe for now, as far as with our mayor, Dave Bean, has stated that the city will have many layoffs and cuts to keep us from going bankrupt, but we were still safe. But actually, we have also found out that the city is $18 billion in debt. So that's a big number for the city to understand and know that we are in debt with this money. And I'm pretty sure it's been going on unnotified to the city for years. So we as a city, we must start saving out. And I want to keep saying that because you never know what may happen, and so many big things going on, and so many big moves being made. You have to have a plan for you and your family. So moving on, the Patriots and the Giants will be in the Super Bowl this year. So, Detroit, get those bets ready. I know that you're going to be betting and out watching the game, because I will too. Even though the Lions didn't make it, we still, support any teams that may have a chance this year, because we'll get there again soon. So moving on to a little bit of more sadder news. We've also been talking about little Bianca Jones missing from Detroit over a month now. Well, we had this week, and since she's been missing, no new leads, we had our parents going to Fox 2 News doing an interview with one of the interviewers. They were holding hands and stating how neither one of them had anything to do with her disappearance, and if she felt that her baby father did any harm to Bianca, she would not have let her leave with him that day or any time. Also saying that they were trying to find their child and hoping for her return. So we are still hoping for her return. But as well, it's just something not right about that story. Those two people, how you go from I don't talk to them, now I'm talking. The mother is always distraught, overly, tired looking. So how can we know what is really going on in the home? I really can't speak about that anymore.
Truth will come up.
Yeah, and it will. Whatever's going on, it will come out. So any of that information about little Bianca Jones, you could go on to fox2.com and pull up the interview and get any info you might want to know about that. So no leads as well have been found on the mother of 6 missing from here in Detroit as well. She's been missing over a month. And so in that case, we want to help her mother and family find peace or find any leads that they may can help with. So if you feel like that you can help, or you may know any information, you can go on to facebook.com at Pamela Madden's page and give any information you may know about that as well.
Check that out.
Yes. So reportedly, it was also stated that I talked about in a couple of episodes before that it was going to be 108 officers laid off temporarily and just till they got their contracts renewed or whatever. So that process has happened, and even though the stations will be closed to the public daily, we are hoping that we can still get these police officers out here on these streets, getting the real criminals off the streets. Stop messing with people who not doing nothing, and get out here and mess with these real criminals and murderers out here, killing these women and taking these kids. That's all we ask. So, any of that information that you may want to know about our police here in Detroit, you can go on to fox2.com as well. On a lighter note, let's talk about love and hip hop. Well, last week, I just want to know, is Yandy sleeping with Jim? being that she feels so strongly about Jim and Chrissy's relationship from the emails that she left, found by Chrissy, I just want to know. For now, it sounds like the voice of a woman, you know, sexy young man, Chrissy. That's how I feel. I mean, she is very strongly put this in their closely knit relationship. I mean, I know you as being his fiance or woman don't want to hear those stories.
That's all over the show.
Yeah, it's just all over. So I know you're quote unquote smart with Chrissy. So I know you're not gonna let, you know, that slip on you like that. So the season finale is tonight, and if you want to know any more information about Love and Hip Hop, you can go on to loveandhiphop.com and get all the latest episodes and information you may want to know about that. But last night, one of Atlanta's housewives as well, the ladies are getting ready for the Africa trip, which Kim won't be attending since she has a new baby on deck and things. She won't be available for that trip this year. Maybe she's glad because it seems like one of her arch enemies will be there anyway. But taking her place is a young lady, or should I say woman, named Marlo, who will be attending. I really can't get the connection that Marlo has with the show besides her dating the rich black men. And it sounds kind of manly to me. Hey, y'all, if you know about how she was talking on that next episode, sounding like a man. I'm like, what is going on with this? And she's been convicted. So who really is dating that? So anybody who wants information on that or any reality housewives, you can go on to realityhousewives.com and get info on that. Now tonight we're going to be talking about the artists connected to Illuminati. Before I get into my questions, I need to real quickly go through some of this facts and information that you will be able to also pull up yourself. I want to go over the top 10 Illuminati artists out here now and what they're putting out. And you can go and look up some of these signs. Go to the library, find out the connection yourself, because like I said, my show is to let you know my views and to expose the facts, but it's your job to go and look this up and find out for yourself. So tonight, we're pulling up Illuminati's top 10, and these are some of the people that have been pulled up. You can see Beyonce and Jay-Z at the bottom throwing up the pinnacle. Everybody knows the pinnacle is what on the back of the dollar. Now, if I could take the dollar down, Mr. McCullen, off of my sign right here, Exposed, we want to show everybody what the difference is and how on the back of your dollar in your pocket, you'll see that same sign as well as the Illuminati controls our money that we spend daily. And it's so important that, you know, you guys go to the library and look up this information so that I won't be the only one, you know, telling the true facts and letting the truth be revealed here. So, that's what's up, Mr. McClellan.
Wow.
So moving on to our next picture. Okay, we talked about those two up top. Now, who is that with the ninja mask on, Mr. McClellan?
That appears to be Miss Rihanna.
Yes, Rihanna, and she is throwing up the devil horns. Everybody knows, if you watched any documentaries or went on any websites that talk about this kind of stuff, as far as scam shame, documentaries, or their websites, or anything, YouTube even pulls up some of this stuff, you know, because this is information that you need to know before, you know, you choose to be involved with the industry promoting these things. Okay, moving on to our next picture. It looks like we have Madonna, and is that Britney Spears?
I believe that is Miss Spears.
Tongue kissing with Madonna. Now this was before she went crazy, y'all. And you got Beyonce at the bottom with something crazy like Egyptian outfit. She throwing up the horns, or I love you, the devil on her fingers, whatever. You know, all these signs, you have to know what they mean, because some people been doing it for years and they say they don't know what it means, but I'm starting to believe y'all do know. People that don't want to talk about this, they love their celebrities, because I love them too. I've listened to these people for years, but you gotta know what you promoting and know what is good and what's not.
You just gotta see the truth.
2012 is good and bad, and I'm not going to promote things that I'm not a part of. So moving on.
Wow.
We still talking about these Illuminati people now, y'all. So keep watching. You see Lady Gaga here. We all heard about her, and you know her one eye covered all the time in the videos, and she wants to be a robot. Just about. We don't know what's going on with her, but these just latest accusations with her is just getting horrible. Another Illuminati artist bites the dust. Beyonce's epic post video gets slams on YouTube. So, you know, Lady Gaga satanic superstar new 2012 website. So she even has websites for devil worshippers to go see her on, Mr. McCullen. Wow. But let's get deeper into Lady Gaga's life. Because they show Britney Spears at the bottom kissing Madonna again, but you at the top you also see Lady Gaga in all black, kind of looks like a devil outfit. Talking to some lady with a lot of kids and stuff, but we just like, what is going on with this picture?
Yeah, it look like somebody.
Wait a minute. Now this picture is a picture that everybody heard about, and I know that you guys probably want to see it quickly, but is these people portraying to be people that they're not? Are they infiltrating our cities and our worlds and our jobs, and they're really different people? Because Lady Gaga has been known to have been a man and still has a penis, but we heard the story, but do we know facts about that?
That is one.
Oh, yes, but they're showing it on stage and her live getting down.
Nasty.
Facts.
Nasty.
So we don't know, even if when we listen to her music, if you could just tell us if you're a man or a woman, and we could just still like you, Lady Gaga. But right now we confused on that part. And even though you had a couple of cuts, don't get me wrong, I love a couple of your cuts. I'm just trying to still figure out who you are. So Lady Gaga is saying, and I want to keep moving on, but, you know, I got to skim through these updates before I can get to the question. You know, Lady Gaga was busted, character played by multiple women, doubles in or clones, and all this stuff she's doing just to just show her diabolistic side.
Just look at it.
Just look at it.
Check it out.
I mean, Lady Gaga collaborators continue to die. Lady Gaga admits to be obsessed with death and sex. I mean, what the hell? I don't even know what to think about this, but this is your life, and if you choose to do it, just be honest about it, and don't take from other celebrities that are truly, you know, just in it for the music. We don't care about what you're doing in your personal lives. If this is what you want, I'm not going to do it, but it's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on, like Lady Gaga satanic worship, mind control, and public manipulation, a collection of revealing photographs. Just things that she's doing in her videos they've been talking about as well is mind controlling people to get them to keep it in. And I've seen so many people going crazy over her music. So who's to say this is not what she's doing? So we talked about Lady Gaga, but let's go over Michael Jackson. The late death of Michael Jackson was, according to some bloggers, a mind control tool of conspiracy. From an early age, his work, they argue, was peppered with references to New World Order and clues to the conditioning, while his Illuminati mission was to perpetuate the narcissism and, you know, the homosexual familiar self-proclaimed former Illuminati lackey. Kathleen Silverman stated that she absolutely no doubt that Jackson was a MK Ultra variety slave. Jacko has a close relationship. It said that Jacko has a close relationship with man, and sometimes describes his personal magician and going by the name of majestic and magnificent, or sometimes the even more revealing majestic, magnificent. How blatant could this guy be? And the majestic may have been more than just a conjurer, and probably some sort of CIA monarch, mind controller. Sure is. And that is so true, because even the magicians and everybody knew back in the day it's some sort of mind control. When we put you to sleep and we get in your mind and we control that mind, it's all mind control.
Oh, it's all over.
You know, we love Michael in this day. I mean, I seen people fall out at concerts crying, and you be like, what is going on? But we loved him. And I love his music, but it still was so many things we didn't know, and nobody knows, and they won't know until they go and do their research about it. So moving on, let's talk about Simon Cowell. Well, we know Simon Cowell, he crazy anyway from American Idol. But Simon Cowell, he made number 3 because he may not be a pop star himself, but talented puppet master. Cowell obviously pulls the strings on programs like massively successful X Factor, and I even wanted to go on there, you know, in my lifetime. Known to conspiracy watchers as the Hex Factor and even the Orsis Factor.
Oh.
Now this is deep. This has been criticized, presumably 9 artists like Sting, Destructive Force Against That Is Good, and all these rock stars and all that has been around before time. But now they're even collaborating with different artists, and things are starting to change in music itself. And you gotta do your research, like I said, because you never know what you may end up being approached with. Number 4 was Rihanna. She made number 4 because she's a cult celebrity. Spotters have noted that most of Rihanna's recent videos blatantly employ imaginary of black and white checkerboards, one-eye cover close-ups, as above, so below posters. One have that infernally kitsch song Umbrella contain plenty of clues as Rihanna mind control status. So all these artists now, and that we're going to talk about tonight, they have already put in the mind control.
Oh, yeah.
So most of these people that are changing or may change and they look up to these celebrities, it's hard to say if you don't know if you're being mind controlled, because you're so wrapped up into what you believe these people are and who they are to you. So let's move on. Number 5 on the list was Miley Cyrus, which I couldn't believe, because Miley Cyrus had, you know, her dad, Billy Ray Cyrus. Don't break my heart. Everybody knows him, you know, tight, old country man, but he's been out for a long time, and I didn't know, but I guess I should have knew because the family roots go deep. It says twins and doubles feature a lot in the mind control celebrity myth. For a fascination with Dr. Joseph, twin experts, according to conspiracists, he was both Illuminati controller and Rothschilds, of course. To keen interest of pop stars in the their alter egos. Miley Cyrus and her alter ego, Hannah Montana, she had 2 sides to her.
She did.
She was real sweet on Hannah Montana, but then when she wasn't in them shows, boy, you would hear them paparazzi talking about what she was out there in the streets doing, and as well as being a deadly menace to parents' wallets. In a classic example, memorably described by the media blog, the mind-controlled Disney slave from Cyrus. And it said the TV series Hannah Montana star as a girl who lives a secret life and a revenge schoolgirl by day, and Tula Pretty in the pink, and a occult purple pop star by night. So all this thing was going on, and she was young, brought into this life. And, you know, you can find out about that as well, because it's just information you need to know.
That's deep.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's 10 of them. I'm trying to run through them as fast as I can, because we do still have to get to Mr. McCullough. But we also know we had Britney Spears, when she went crazy, and, you know, she had her times, and she came back down. But Britney Spears' behavior is legendary. tabloid fodder, but her numerous breakdowns, flip-outs, and fashion disasters supposedly all tell her own hidden story. At one time, Disney mouse killer, Brittany was seemingly subject to mind control from an early age. Her first tattoo was a butterfly, monarch programming her song titles, Hit Me Baby, and I'm a Slave for You, include clear reference to her fate. Spears was groomed as the next Illuminati pop princess, a possessed which climaxed in the public. Ritual performed at MTV's Awards, and Madonna, yes, allegedly MK victim, put frankly getting a big pass, raised Britney to new level in evil hierarchy in perverted lesbian wedding, in which groom Minaj sported a worshipful masker atop the hat and sealed the ceremony with much reported same-sex kisses. And that's when they showed that they was really down, and they was down for each other, because this is not just something that we look at as a group of people, but these are people that are connected, and they're very close, and they have basically, in so many words, took over the industry in so many other parts of the world.
Took it over.
Keep looking at the research and keep, watching. And we can speed through the rest of these. I think I got everything else. No, hold on. We got a couple of more. Now, which I couldn't believe, because they put them both together, and we getting towards the number 1 people, but number 9, I don't know who Stephanie Gately. Do you, Mr. Cousins?
Believe he's a sort of an artist, but
well, Michael Jackson's high profile wasn't the only pop star death linked to the occult conspiracy. In the recent years, we had rapper Tupac exposed to have left the rap with mystical clues suggesting that he was murdered by Illuminati or was not dead and still just holding from them. But would the masters of the world really stoop by bumping off one of the member of the Boyzone? Yeah, right. And now, would you get what they're talking about there? But it says, well, maybe his career was filled with the kind of symbolism that makes out mind control and celebrities to start. I mean, because women, we all went crazy with Tupac. We love him, and he spoke the truth. All his lyrics. He would tell you a life story. He could tell you what was really going on in his life. Clearly, and you would know. So, this is all facts, and I just know that he wouldn't say anything or lead us to believe anything that wasn't true. So, our top number 1 couple is going to be Jay-Z and Beyonce.
What? That's
and we seen that big picture they put up there showing what they really do in their spare time. Which just isn't good for the industry to see that going on, because it makes some artists afraid to be them. It makes some artists believe that they can't be themselves because they're afraid that they won't be known for their music. They won't be seen as good artists if they display this kind of things or information or those type of things about themselves that they won't be wanted or noticed.
You just can't let the industry, control you, especially if you really want to be your own person. You can't let the industry tell you what to do.
Yeah, we have our own minds no matter what it is. I mean, you have to make a choice and decide. Sometimes it's not always about the money, because they always tell you money is the root to all evil. I don't have my dollar up there, but the money is the root to all evil. And even though it is good to spend, but it can also end a life. It can take a life. It can destroy a life. So you must know that. And let's move on to today's topic, today's episode, which is music artists connected to Illuminati. And my first question for you tonight, Mr. McCullum, is name 2 main signs connected for a fact to the Illuminati.
Well, everyone knows of this, logo, the pyramid logo that's on the back of the dollar bill.
Let's show you that again. For everybody who didn't know.
Let me see that.
Let's look at that again while he's discussing.
That's the pyramid logo. I mean, it's just a sign of evil. And you can also see the eye that's at the top of the logo, which is the all-seeing eye. you know, and that brings me on to my next one, the one eye closed, one eye open deal, which was popularized by Lil Wayne in that song and stuff that he just did with Drake. Talking about one eye closed, one eye open.
Yeah, I think I even got that CD.
Oh yeah.
So it's always good to keep facts. But moving on, do you think these labels want vocally talented artists? If no, why?
I mean, I feel like nowadays you don't have to be talented vocally to get into the industry. You have to have a little bit of pop. But no, as long as you're down for the cause and you do what they want you to do, the industry will promote you no matter how good or no matter how bad you are.
And that really hurts me because one of the main reasons that most people, I'm not going to say all, come into the industry is to use and to showcase that one talent. I mean, if I came in the industry to be fake, or if I came into the industry to make friends, or if I came in the industry to kill my family or to kill someone else's family, that wouldn't be music. So, you know, who wants to have to deal with all that? So, who hurt you the most when you found out they were evil, and how do you relate to that artist in, you know, in your own way?
I believe that one of my most favorite artists that I did relate to is Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was one of the most gifted, lyrically talented artists, you know, and I could always, you know what I'm saying, relate to his street life stories of, you know, being a hard knock, especially, you know what I'm saying, especially being born and raised here in this tough city we live in.
Yes, he was, you know, one thing about Jay-Z, I can say that he has had his time, and he is an artist that was good at what he did. So I can't say that about him. So what is your version of a blood sacrifice? And name one artist known to have done it. Also, a website. Can you give us a website?
Oh yeah, that's always. Well, you know, I mean, my idea from what I've come to, you know, find out is that the idea of a blood sacrifice would be a person that, you know, you love and you have to sacrifice their life in order to get into the industry. And one well-known person would be Jennifer Hudson, because her whole family died, you know, and then it seemed like she started getting hot. You know what I mean? All her songs started coming out.
Man, that day I remember just sitting there watching it come on the news, and it hurt me because when somebody dies, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I cry. And my heart goes, I don't care if I didn't really know you too much, but if you have life experiences like I do, you bleed blood like I do, I'll shed a tear. So this is the difference between me and some other people that might have evil spirits, evil souls, so many negative people that I surround myself with, and others may. They have this in them, and so, you know, that's something you need to really watch out for, believe it or not.
I mean, well, you know what I'm saying, just check www.damnshame.com for those facts and more.
As well as going to get the documentary, which I purchased. They have 1 through 10. We're looking for that 11 through 21. So moving on, should artists talk about things they know about in the industry to save music, and if yes, why?
I mean, I believe yes, but only if it's true. You know, I mean, if you want to save, you know, this, you know, dying trend of hip-hop rap, it must be true, and the whole public has to be able to relate to the, you know what I'm saying, lifestyle. You know how Pac, he never spoke about money and his diamonds and riches. He used to talk about drinking a 40 and, you know what I'm saying, trying to get it in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just
it
like
was
your
true.
shit.
So, like, when I came up with the thought of making a web series called Exposed, I did not think to talk about anybody. This is about being notified. You know, so many people grow up not being notified of so many things. If I had been notified of some of the things that I know now, being able to give that to somebody else is important because everybody needs that help. Moving on. Name 2 organizations connected to the Illumanati.
Well, one of the most, you know what I'm saying, most well known are the Freemasons. Everybody knows about the Freemasons, what with all the stories, and they got the temples and stuff around here. And
right up the street from me, actually.
oh yeah, all up and down, all around the D. And Skull and Bones are the second most, well known ones because a lot of the presidents are, affiliated through the Skull and Bones organization. For one, President Bush.
Yeah, so true, so true. And even talks about our own new president now, and I love him, and he's a good person. I hope he continues to support our world and do all the great things he has done for our country, including getting rid of all the bombers that came to destroy us. So moving on, do you think that they control music and or the industry, and why?
I believe, yeah. Because if you look at stuff, the proof is all around. The proof is in the pudding, and I know that they control it, because they use it to control our behavior through things like, subliminal messages, and they make us, or they try to make the weaker-minded people think, that they tough and rough by making these, all these crazy types of musics, but you can't get sucked into that, even though it's just entertainment. Just take it for really what it is and don't really go out there and act on it,
Right, and they do these things subliminally, but mind control is basically something. If you heard of someone saying, well, I don't do this because I am strong, I'm a strong-minded person, so you have to be strong-minded, just knowing that you can do it. You don't have to follow behind what somebody else is doing. It will make you feel stronger, and that makes you a strong-minded person. You can't be weak-minded and avoid these type of things. People can try to control you, but it's all in you what you will allow them to do.
Why do you think they play so many of the same, songs over and over on the radio every day?
Where you see the same videos come on BT, and people look. I had to stop watching it for a while because every time I watch it, it makes me want to be there, and I get angry. And that feeling is a real feeling. So you have to understand that it's something that you have to deal with. Do you think that TV, radio, and movies are all ran by the Illuminati?
Yeah. I think that pretty much everything that's on, the tube as well as the news is ran by the Illuminati or the Bilderberg, as far as they are. But I believe it. But not all shows and all flicks are meant to alter human behavior, but most of them are, but not everything. Even though, they really put out, it's not all meant to alter our behavior.
Right, that's true. Okay, we really don't know what it is meant for, but it is, like I said, all within the mind control, and it's what you allow to get through to you. You can take some things in, but you don't have to take them all in. So why do you think artists move from rapping, singing to acting now?
Well, I believe that the main reason is because, as far as trying to be an actor, it pays more and you get more exposure every time and stuff that they bring out. Movies, you always get the advertisements, you get the TV shows. So you're on TV a lot more. They see your face.
So true, so true. And I do believe that it's something now pushing artists. I also did Show Fact, which is another episode where there's so many celebrities and artists, let's just say singers, rappers, leaving the game now, saying that they rather act or they want to branch off into other fields. Why, we don't know, but it could be linked to all the Illuminati accusations or just being forced to do these things. Because like I said, there's nothing wrong with a person. If this is what you freely choose to do, nobody can judge you. This is your life. I'm not knocking you. This is, all in what you want to do. But I am not promoting this. It's not what I do. So, we're getting closer to the end of this web series, and I want to thank everybody that's been watching. I want to thank Mr. McCullough for coming out.
It's been a treat.
Yes, it has. And for the last question of the night, will things change for artists in 2012, and if so, in what way?
I believe things will change, but it will be a very, very negative change. I mean, I believe these artists and as far as their, I believe the artists and their labels will try to push the Illuminati message even harder. You know what I mean? Illuminati may be the army that was spoke about in the Bible as far as, Satan's army, and I believe that the rappers and all of the actors that are involved are just the messengers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just all a part of it. And what it all boils down to, I mean, people believe that 2012 could be the end of our times. They can believe a lot of things, but what it all boils down to is there's a good and there's an evil, and there comes a time when you have to show what you're a part of. What do you truly believe in? Who has been there for you? And we have to start believing in what is real, what has been there, not what is telling us to do something, not what's forcing us. You have to give more proof than just telling me I have to do this.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what's more important, Detroit and world out here. I mean, just keep watching. Like I said, this is for you guys who really want to do your research. You really want something to talk about. You really want something to do. Keep checking me out. I mean, I've had positive comments going on. I've had negative views. But the fact that you guys are just watching it all is just what keeps me coming out every week, giving you the best and the hottest videos. Now every week now we're gonna be having the fact finders, and tonight's fact finder is the top 5 artists, devil worshippers in the industry.
Okay.
Yeah, and we got the top 5 artists killed for revealing info on Illuminati, which is some deep stuff I'm finna go into real quick before we end this episode. Like I said, fact finders are something that are going to be facts coming to you every episode, where you can go on to these websites and find out, or it might be a question you always want to ask, where I'm going to answer it for you, and you can go research that. So tonight, like I said, tonight's web series, Fact Finder, we're going to go with the top 5 artists, devil worshippers in the industry first. And I'm going to start with 5 to number 1. Number 5, we have Rihanna.
Okay.
We have 4, Lil Wayne. 3, Lady Gaga. 2, Jennifer Hudson. And number 1, they always put them as 1, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yeah, and
I can see that.
You can check that out at dawkins.wsth.wordpress.com/2009/10. You can also check out Tiffany Spears speaking on other artists in the industry,
Okay.
being forced to become worshipers, to become famous in the industry. As an artist, you may know Tiffany from the song Promise Ring, where she featured in with Sierra. So check her out at, like I said, dawkins.wsth.wordpress.com/2009/10 to find out about her and the top 10 devil worshippers.
Oh, wow, I'm gonna have to check that out, boo.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's something interesting to keep you watching. As well, you can also find about the top 5 artists killed and revealing info on Illuminati.
Okay.
And number 5 was Leah, which everybody knew about, through her life and love that she had with Damon Dash, artists like Jay-Z. We also have Old Dirty Bastard, who lost his life. He ended up losing his mind as well before passing. So we don't know the true connection of who and why, but this is something that you can research to find out more. Maybe tell me. Number 3 is Michael Jackson, who died not too long ago from overdose of drugs, stated from his lawyer injected poison into him. Also believed to be connected to the Illuminati Dallas. So number 2 was Pimp C. We know who was found dead in his hotel room. One of my favorite rappers.
Mine too.
Old school, loved him. And our top number one was Tupac. Everybody should have knew. Tupac, he lived a great life, was one of the best rappers ever lived. And he created a life for himself in the industry.
No doubt.
He would talk to you, and more artists will talk to you about this on my documentaries that I was talking about that I love, Damn Shame. You could purchase that from any of your local bootleggers or the hood, however you do it, or go somewhere to a video store, and they have them now because I think I've seen them out somewhere. And you can also go into their website at damnshame.com and just do your research. Then kick it with your friends and discuss things with those who do want to talk about it, because there will be probably people who are skeptics and they don't want to hear about it. But I just want to thank everybody for tuning into this episode. I want to keep letting you know also that our season finale is next week. Last episode. We won't be returning until May 2nd. So that gives everybody time to keep checking out all my videos. I'm going to be dropping hot new tracks all through that time. Showing my writing skills with the Paperboy, doing it real big. So, Mr. Timothy McCullers, I want to thank you for coming out. Why don't you let Detroit and everybody know what you're going to be doing and where they can catch you at?
Well, you can always catch me on my gossip column, known as Conspiracy Countdown, and I will be trying to do works with you and also the Paperboy in future episodes to come. So
sounds
just
good,
look out.
Good. So thanks for watching. Catch us again. We out.